Hey guys, this is another tutorial brought to you by Hunter McDowell, aka VFX Pro. Now it is already 10:32 p.m. and that's usually when this tutorial or video should be uploaded on my YouTube channel, and I apologize for that. There's actually an actual excuse this time because I know that you guys will be super excited for this, but since Sunday I've been working on me and my brother's first official teaser trailer for our upcoming short film called Night Scream and Origin Story. So it's going to be really cool and it's going to come out tomorrow. So I was working on that all day yesterday and I forgot to do the tutorial for yesterday. So I decided to do it today. There is going to be no new video coming out tomorrow because I am working on that trailer, but there will be a new video out on Thursday. So anyways, today it's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be a little bit more serious and I'm not going to really, do what I usually do and just talk too much. I'm gonna be talking a lot, but I'm going to be talking solely on this video because I just want to get it done. It's gonna be about 30 minutes long, so yeah. So before we get started, I want to tell you that I filmed this on my GoPro Hero 4, and I filmed it on 4K for one reason. First of all, I just love filming on 4K because the quality is just amazing, and second reason is just because I thought it'd be a good way to test out a new plugin that I found. And this plugin I found is called Optics Compensation. Now what Optics Compensation means is that you can basically re-distort your footage back to normal size. And if that it doesn't really make sense until I actually show you. So on a GoPro, it's known for the fisheye look, especially on the higher end quality settings like 4K, 2K, 1920 and all that. It's always with the wide angle and fisheye effect, and it's really bad. And usually you can change that, but you'd have to go down to 1080 to change it to a narrow angle. But there's actually a way you can change it inside Adobe After Effects, and I'm not sure if this plugin is in Premiere Pro, but you can link that and do this if you have After Effects. Anyways, it's called Optics Compensation, and you can find it in, let's just type this in real quick, Optics. You can find it in the distortion folder, which you can go up here, go to Effect, go to Distort. So what we're going to do is delete this just to show you guys, and it should be doing something. Hang on a second. Why is that doing anything? It should be distorted. Hang on. Let's delete that. Oh wait, what am I thinking? Okay, I don't know what I'm thinking. Okay. So you can tell that there is. Sorry about that. That was really bad. You can tell that it's distorted like this. If I use my pen tool to give you an example, you can tell that's really distorted. We want to fix that. We don't want to make it look like we filmed off a GoPro because there's also areas right here where it's in that curvature type thing, and you can just tell it's like a big circle and stuff like that. So what we're going to do is fix that by using that plugin I just talked about. Now what we're going to do is go kind of in the positive zone, but we're going to go and reverse lens distortion. Now what this means is if you don't have that checked, you're going to start to see some real big changes here. It's going to start distorting it inwards. And you don't want that because then it's going to make it more of a fisheye look. If we hit reverse lens distortion, then it's going to start reversing it the opposite direction. But you don't want to go too much because then you're going to do like that, and you don't want to go into the negative zone. Well, you can't, but you just don't want to go too much. Now, the best settings for me was 70, and it also depends on you guys. I did not change the position because if you change the position, then you get that. You want to keep it in the center. And so it's kind of fixed right now. You can see it's a little fixed, but to make it even better, you hit optimal pixels, which does that. And you don't want to resize it because you can really mess it up if you do that. What I just did. But this is perfect. It's really good, and the best way to get rid of the transparency right here is by creating a new solid and adding that widescreen effect. See, it just gets rid of that, and it's like the best illusion. So you will never know that you filmed on a GoPro because you can tell that it definitely looks more, well, much better like that, straight and it's like that. And I'm gonna start using this in a lot of my videos so I can make them all 4K. So we're done with that, and let's get into the visual effects part. Alright, so what I'm going to do is just go back into this Black Siren effects pre-comp, and what I'm going to do is explain some stuff. So first of all, I wanted to save time when doing this effect, so I decided that I wanted to freeze the layer at the point in time that I wanted to start screaming. Now the reason why I did this is, again, like I said, I wanted to save time, but I also, thought it would be much easier to do so that I wouldn't have to like rotoscope or mask out my person each time, because we're going to get into something later that will show you, actually let's get into it now so I can show you what I'm meaning, why it would be really bad to try to do this all live action. So let's go ahead and do this, duplicate your footage and title this person, make this the mask color, which is, for me, I prefer using yellow, and we're going to go into full screen mode. I'm going to go out of this, and we're going to start masking away. Oh, wait a second. I forgot to show you guys what I was talking about. I'm just going to make this, not this, layer, adjustment layer. I'm going to add this. I'm just showing you guys an example of why masking is important for this type of effect. The ripple effect is similar to what we're going to create, but we're not going to use this. So you can see that it distorts the whole footage, but when we drag this above here, of course it doesn't look like that, but you can see something in a second. Alright, we're going to make kind of like a dirty mask, which is just not a clean mask. If that makes sense, it's not like, going very detailed into like this part. It's just, making a quick mask. Now, the reason why I did this is because, again, it's a freeze frame, so you don't really need to make a super detailed mask. But if you do, just go at it, make a detailed mask. And you can also use the rotoscoping tool, because that would actually kind of work a little bit better. I should have used that, but I'm not going to use that in this tutorial. And you can see I'm masking out the shadows as well, because I don't want to make the illusion look like as soon as the freeze frame hits that the shadows go away, because everyone has a shadow, and you can't just disappear that when doing visual effects, because then it just, just makes it look really bad. So, I mean, I did a little bit, better job with the mask in the actual video, but it's tutorial, so I don't really need to get super detailed in it. So now you can see what I'm talking about. We're going to feather this out by 2. We don't want to do a heavy feather like that, just simple. So without the mask, it looks like that. With the mask, it looks like that. So much better. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and keep that mask, and we're just going to go ahead and pre-compose this to a person, because we'll be doing something later to make it look like it's an actual live action video, and I'll explain more why. So we're just going to pre-compose that, and if you don't know what pre-composing is, you can just, or how to do it, you can just go to, I believe, layer, and go pre-compose. And again, if you're wanting to learn how to do shortcuts, it's seriously easy. You just have to go into the thing you're wanting to use, and it gives you the shortcut right there, and you can memorize that. This would be, I believe, Option Shift Command T. Yep, Option Command Shift T. So once you have those memorized and stuff like that. Anyways, I'm getting off the whole effect, and you need to not. So what we're going to do is add this new effect that I found online from, I found a tutorial online through YouTube, and it's called the Caustics effect. What's really nice is this is a built-in plugin, so it works out for the best. Now, it looks really bad so far, and again, probably apologize for that, but it's going to look really great in a second. Now what we're going to do is want to feather this person out just a little bit more. Go back into here and see what it looks like. It looks fine. Now with this echo effect, it's going to be really cool. And so what we're going to do is create a new comp. Create a new comp, and make sure it is the exact same seconds according to this comp size. So 508, like that. So cancel command new, and we're going to title this water, because it's going to be like a water type thing, and we're just going to title this water. Okay, And what we're going to do is add another simulation effect, and that is called Wave World. Now for this, it looks like that, but what we're going to do is go to Height Map. And when we scroll forward through our footage, you can see it's like a cool echo effect, so it looks really cool. Now there's a few things that you want to mess with before actually adding into the caustics. This is the brightness, so like especially when it goes to this black dot, you kind of want to mess with the brightness a bit, but you don't want to make it too harsh. And the contrast, you don't want to make it look like that, because then it just looks fake. I mean, unless you're doing a hypnotize type effect, you don't want to do that. So I guess I'd leave all of the default settings. I mean, yeah, I'd leave out all the default settings. Don't really want to mess with it. Yeah. So what we're going to do is go into simulation, and of course you can change this to how much you know, circles you want, basically, and the wave speed, you know, this all depends how fast you want it. So we're going to keyframe wave speed, go to the end, and we're going to bump that up. We'll probably bump that up to like 3, because I mean, with it's in the effect like Black Siren, Black Canary, it's kind of fast going, so yeah. So it's all about messing around really, and just finding best solution for this. Okay, so the wave speed, let's actually not mess with that. It looks, I don't know why, but it does not look like the original video. So let's keep it at 0.500. And we don't need to mess with the ground, but for the producer, okay, this is what we want to use, the producer. This is actually my first time doing this effect, so I'm trying to get through it. Sorry about this. The producer effect, we want to, I think, mess with the height, no, width. Let's see, phase, frequency, something I used. Angle. I think it was the phase. Yeah. So we're just going to keyframe the phase, make sure this starts at the beginning, and we can go to the end and maybe just go up a notch like this. So it goes like that. Perfect. So that's what we want to do, and what we're going to do is duplicate this, and we're going to hit Find Edges. Now this is important because what I originally discovered is that without the Find Edges, it just looked very blurry and stuff, and so that did not work out good, but with Find Edges it made it more harsh and it helped sell the effect a lot more. Now of course you want to add the screen effect to it. I think that's what I have in the original, I'm not sure, but you can always blend with the original, I guess. But Find Edges, yeah, you want to invert it, of course, and stuff like that. So let's see what the difference is. Yep, that makes it a lot better. So then we're going to go back into this and add that water pre-comp. So it's right here. We're going to drag and drop it above the echo effect. And for water, we're going to hit water for this. And then I think you need to change the mode. Maybe add mode. Surface color. You don't want to make it blue because it's not blue. Yeah, it's for the echo effect. So that works out. I'm sorry guys, I'm like trying to figure this out. I probably should have figured this out all by myself before doing this, but so far we are kind of on the right track. I'm kind of trying to figure out how I got like the nice transparency effects, because now we can see that those echoes are happening, but it's too bright right now, which we do not want whatsoever. We do not want it to be bright at all. It may be for the lighting, I'm not sure. Or it may be just the echo effect itself. Sky, water, person. Darken, darken, multiply, overlay, screen. That's what you want. Okay, this is what I messed up. You don't want to have this on, the water effect on. After you add it, turning it off won't affect anything. It's still going to add those echoes. Okay, I'm so sorry guys, I just wasted like probably 10-15 minutes of that. I'm trying to figure out something that should have been super easy to remember. Sorry. Yeah, so that's it for the water simulation. You can tell that it sorts everything except for the person, and again, you can see areas of it distorting my head. And the reason why is because I didn't have that clean plate. So remember, have a clean plate for this effect. You need a clean plate. Like, it's just, yeah, you need it. Okay, so for the last part of this tutorial, what we're going to do is animate the arms. And the reason why is because, like I said previously, I wanted to make it more live action-like, but at the same time I wanted to keep it freeze frame. And you're probably guessing how was I able to do that? Well, I was able to use that by doing the puppet tool. Now I'm not going to get too detailed in the puppet tool. That'll be a separate tutorial, but what we're going to do is go over here and hit Command P, and we're going to create some puppet keyframes right here. Now this is adding these keyframes right here, what I call it, keyframes, depends on the human body. So there's the shoulder, that's one rotating cuff. Then there's the elbow, which bends, and then there's the wrist, you know, it moves the hand. So it's all like that. So you have to match that. You don't want to just add 1 and 2, because that's not going to work. You want to add 3 of them. And we don't want to add anything else, but just in case this happens, we're going to add 1 for this leg, 1 for this leg, 1 right here, and then down to the knee, down to the foot over here. Foot, ankle, knee, just in case, but we're only going to focus on the arms, okay? So what we're going to do is then hit, go back to composition, and hit U on the keyboard, and that'll bring up all of our pins. So it should be 1 through 6. What we're going to do is go to the very end of the comp, and we're going to move these up. So what we're going to do is move the first arm up, and you can start to see we're going to have to fix this. But we're going to do this, and of course you can see this is why I worked more on, you know, the effect and masking and stuff, because it's kind of important. This looks really fake right now. What I'm trying to do is bring the arm up so it doesn't look like that, okay? We need to make it look realistic. Let's bring this out, bring this out, bring this up. This isn't the best idea of what I'm trying to show you for the puppet tool. I kind of messed up on it, but I mean, you get the point. You're trying to move the arms. Okay. Basically doing that, you're moving the arms and stuff, animating that. So that's like the general idea. The reason why it's probably doing that is probably because of the extra mask and stuff. But you get the idea. Now when we go back into this, you can see that while this effect is happening, the arms are moving. And you can add your own color correction. I'm not going to get into that because I don't need to. Color correction is key to this. And you can add the widescreen effect, of course, to remove the original stuff. And so the last portion of this tutorial is the camera shake effect. So what you're going to do is find Black Siren Precomp. So we're going to find Black Siren Precomp. We're going to drag and drop that into new comp. Then we're going to go back to here, go right here because this is right on that. And we're going to go back to the last one. And we're going to hit Command-Shift-D, which will split the layer, and then we're going to hit Position, P on the keyboard for position. We're going to Alt that so we can make a expression. And my favorite expression to use is wiggle parentheses. And for this one, I wanted to use a lot of shakes, so 40, 60, and end parentheses, and we got this. So it's a big shake effect, and it's nice. Now we're going to have to rescale that up. So maybe scale up like this. So it's like that. And you just want to make sure none of it goes to that composition. And you scale it up to this, like so. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed that tutorial. And if you did, please give this video a big thumbs up. Remember to leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. More videos will be coming out soon. And have a good